What's the deal? How's everybody doing? We have made it to another Friday. I feel like feels like Friday every single day lately. Like these Fridays just come too early. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello. So, we're gonna trade some PPI, right? We got PPI here in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Well, that's not all we're trading to. Actually, to be, you know, to be quite frank, or to be Wix, to be honest, we already had a position here like 20 minutes ago. We had that in, I was gonna hop on stream and call it, but then I was like, nah, the signal channel deserves their own position. So we had these buys to come up here in the last hour. So technically we do have a position already. Just the signal channel. Anybody here from anybody take that trade with me? Anybody in chat? Anybody from the signals in chat? Who took the trade with us? All right, there's the signal channel popping up. That's great. I was hopping on. I was like, nope, signal channel deserves their own position. So we called it in the signal channel, and now we are here. Free YouTube, send the signals. But you guys will get the news. We will all trade the news together. Pre-news puffs, yes. Yeah, we had positions here at 26.41 to come up. Nice, and everybody took that buy. Yeah, I'd expect anyone who was in our clubhouse to be in these buys. I think the clubhouse should have recognized them pretty easily. And for now, we will wait on news. So let's do a little breakdown. All right. Broke it down. Broke it down. All right. Now, let's do a chart breakdown. Oh, chat, can anybody help me? Something's going on. I can't annotate. Every time I click to annotate the screen, look what happens. You guys see this shit? My annotation's right here. But if I wanna draw anything, this happens to the screen. Is this a new Zoom update? Like I can't draw on the screen today because of this red shit. I can, but we'll have to live through this red screen of death. I noticed it earlier. I had to restart Zoom like 3 times. It still wasn't working. So I can go back to this, but as soon as I want to draw on the screen, it turns red. And it's not the screen itself because I changed the monitor and it does it on the other monitor too, and it only does that on Zoom. I think there's something with the Zoom, maybe an update or something, but that's what it does every time I try to draw. Oh, like me in? Gotcha. So you already know the deal. Well, first up, let's mark some ranges. We got 12 minutes here for news. Yo, what is going on? This is Zoom. This is... If this continues happening, Zoom gang, I think we're we might not have Zoom today. Because as soon as I turn it off, it's fine. So daily closed bullish, but daily closed bullish, no top wick, no bottom wick. So if this daily flips today, we're gonna retest the lows of yesterday. We're gonna look for 2600s area. Yo, I don't know, gang. It's not the cable. It only happens when, like, I'm on Zoom. Yo, Zoom gang, I'm gonna exit out of this for 1 second. We got news coming up, so I want to make sure we're ready for news. Give me 1 second. See, as soon as I get rid of Zoom, it's fine. No, it doesn't do it for trading you. Like, look, see the drawing tools for trading you? It's fine. But the drawing tools... So let's try this again. Wow, pushing heavy here. Yeah, Zoom's back up. If you guys are in the Zoom, come back. You can come back in. And we'll see if this works. Wow. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this. You know when it happens? It happens when I share my screen on Zoom. So GPU high priority for Zoom. The graphics card's working fine. It's cool in there. I don't know how to set priority to high onto Zoom for the graphics card. I don't know how to do that. I gotta Google it after. You know what it is? I don't know. Let's see if we don't put anything else on this screen. Maybe it's happening because I put the cam on this screen as well. The screen that I'm sharing. Anything I do on the screen that I'm sharing. So Zoom, let's hold on. Let's see if it's gonna work with no cam. If you guys don't show up on camera. All right, we have 7 minutes here. Let's do this and then we'll get back to Zoom. All right, we have our higher time frame daily range, our 4-hour range, and let's see if we can adjust some of these levels. This seems logical because if we look here to the I want to annotate. I can't. Damn it. This is fucked. Alright, I was gonna say is we tend every time we close above here we tend to come up, so let's see if we can come up, especially with a push up. But we have 4 minutes here for news. You guys already know the deal of how we'll trade news. We will drop down for the first 5 minutes of the news candle. We're gonna drop down to the 1 minute. We'll trade it off the 1 minute. We'll wait for a push and then a rebreak of that push. You guys see me draw this every day. Right. I can't even draw it now because the square box from TradingView, no, it doesn't make a square. It extends it all the way across. I don't like that. Yeah, I can select to not extend it, but let's see. No, that's no bueno. So, yeah, anyway, since I can't draw it on here, we'll look for this. You guys have seen me draw it in previous streams. I probably drew it yesterday. We'll wait for an initial push and then a rebreak of that push, or we'll wait for candles to close and look to fill a wick that's going to be left by the news. Got 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. Lock in. I don't know if we have much after that. Yeah, just consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. That's at 10. I don't really want to be here all the way till 10 on a Friday. Our paper trade. Yes, PPI. Yeah, this is not a situation for that paper trade. But it would probably look like this. This is entry somewhere around here. And stops would probably be these wicks to the left. So this is a paper trade. This is not something we're going to take. This is just strictly for sample sizing. So it would look like that, and that would make it an 80 pip stop, which is no good. For these trades, I'd want the 20 to 30 pip stop, no more. So maybe these right here. Yeah, that would make it all right. This makes it a 30 pip stop. right? It's very low risk, but if it comes down here and taps this area and decides to lift off like it did here yesterday with this, right? It'll be amazing. Why paper trade your new strat? Because I'm not sure how I want to trade it. I don't have to put it up here in general. I just look at it. I don't want to be in that position and having emotions for that position. I just want to be able to see how it works, when it works out, where it works out. I think Raja took our paper trade yesterday. I saw the clip on Instagram. I was like, that's our fucking paper trade. That's what we paper traded. Once it tapped this area, took a buy looking for a pullback. He literally took the exact trade we were paper trading. I have 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take the rebreak of the high here once it rebreaks the highs. If I can set my buy stop here in time. We came up, made a top wick, came down, grabbed orders, made a bottom wick, and now we're gonna rebreak the high. Once we rebreak the high, I got a buy stop right here. Right there. Whipsaw. We have mixed numbers. Don't look like it. We might get activated here right now. My spread is at 3.5. It's not as bad as yesterday. It jumped up to like 15. I'll tell you once we're activated. So we don't. Oh, we are in. We just rebroke the high, so we are in here for buys. Looking for a push off this rebreak. What do we tap? A rebreak. Can we rebreak the highs? All right, closing half here at 11 pips, at 12 pips actually. I'm gonna go break even now. Just closed half at 12 pips. We're break even, and we're looking for the top of the range here, roughly 25 pips. Okay. Let's see if we can get up there. This is house money at this point. There's no risk on the table. We closed half at 12 pips. Let's see if it can push, or will it come back, and then we will look for new setups. We're looking for about 15 to 17 more pips on this position to the top of the range. All right, there we go. Come on. I only saw about 17. Only saw about 17 pips. We're looking for roughly 25 to 30 based on the range. If we will also wait for a 5 closure if we do get knocked out here. Oh, boom. Came back to that, tipped my entry. That came down. So half closure on 12 pips. Now what we do here is we're going to go to the 5. There's 90 seconds left in the 5. If it leaves this top wick, we can close this out now. Once it leaves the top wick, we will look for a bullish flip on the 5. Bottom wick flip will be in there to fill this wick to the left, to fill the wick that it's leaving right now. It came down, it tapped my entry, and now it's coming back up. So right here, this is where it took me out with that bottom wick. Ooh, this one is flipping with 3 seconds to go. You got a lit candle on the 1 minute. Might pull back here. Might drive heavy. We don't know. Ideally, it pulls back, so in 45 seconds here, we can have some 5-minute entries. The issue is that one grabbed a lovely wick, right? That one grabbed some nice orders. So we will see. Holy, you are so shadow banned. I had to look you up to find your live. Yeah, that's what people have been texting me that all morning. Yeah, I can't find you. Can't find you. I mean, if YouTube doesn't want you guys to win, then I guess they don't want you guys to win. It's up to you to sift through the bullshit and get here. You know, make your way through the jungle. Through the Forex jungle. Nice rejection areas here to the left. So there we go. The 5 just closed. How did it close? Respecting that little area on the hourly. Take a buy right here, chat. Once the 5 flipped here. Oh, wow. My spread's at 5. It's all right. I'm in a position here once we flipped on the 5, chat. Looking to continue up. Or looking to fill the wick. That's the goal. The goal is to fill the wick. How did the news come out? Did the news come out? What the hell? Oh, mixed numbers. Good, bad, should come up. Strange. What do we bounce off of? Is there a level we bounced off of here? Oh, that no top wick on the previous hourly. 20 minutes here for the 4-hour closure. My stops are on the break of the 4-hour low. So you might come down here, but until that 4-hour breaks the low, I cannot do anything. What I can do is look for a buy right here at this area, right at the closure. So which I just did. I just took another buy right here. Long position. Oh, we had a 5 flip also. I'm sorry. Let me mark that off here. Hi, gorgeous. How are you? Love you. Have a seat. Have a seat. So I see the hourly no top wick, but we've created a pretty steep top wick here for the 4-hour. So if we can close on the 4-hour bullish, that would be lovely. If we don't, if we come back all the way down, then we'll look to manage. For now, I'm looking for a bullish closure. It's a 4-hour candle. And we never quite got to our resistance. Never quite got there to this area. Got close, but not really. It didn't tap it. Draw down 40, 50. I mean, yeah, you could have closed on that hourly flip. It just doesn't make sense for me to close if the 4 hour is still bullish, because if once it closes bullish, you're looking for that 4 hour wick fill, right? And you have 20 minutes till that closure. Yeah, it can come down, definitely take you out in those 20 minutes, but probability wise, you're still ahead until that 4 hour closes bullish. That's why I couldn't really take a position for the bearish flip or close out positions here for the 4 hour. We have resistance to touch, so it's our advantage, yes. But you also don't want this coming back, right? This isn't your 5-minute position anymore. This is your rejection here for now. All right, closure with no bottom wick here on the 5. Let's see what happens. Can we take another buy? Yes, we can, and we will. I just took another buy here as we close with no bottom wick on the 5. Let's see what we do. Five got no bottom wick, so once you make one here on this 5, you'd expect to come back up in range, or to come up bullish on this current 5. So we'll see if it does that. Never tapped resistance here. Never tapped our advantage point. I'm under the impression we would still need to do that. The only way I change that bias or change that perspective is once the 4 hour closes and we close bearish on the 4 hour. If that's the case, then we'll have to manage risk. We'll close out. Isn't concerning. Daily has no bottom wick, but we're going based off numbers, and we're going based off price action printed. 5 closed bullish above the range. You're expecting that next 5 flip and drive and fill of the wick, and did, but it did that terribly. Didn't fill the previous wick. Typically it does, but it didn't do that here. Two minutes for this 5 minute. Isn't it concerning that the daily has no bottom wick? A bit, maybe. A bit concerning. But really, most of this is based on the news. You still expect, right, a retest of these areas, at the very least, 2646 area, the top of the body of this current candle. So, we'll see. Minutes. %1 risk on each position. Well, honestly, it's kind of grown to be a little less. It used to be 1%, but it used to be like 3% and 2. That's a bit less. Yeah, this 15 is gonna leave a bottom wick. So you might see us come down steeper if it leaves a bottom wick, but my expectation is the retest of these areas before we go anywhere. There's the wick fill in the 15. And no matter how much, like I see price driving down against me, obviously you get emotions like, oh, should I close here, should I close there? But logically speaking, the higher time frame here is bullish, so you'd expect that 4-hour wick fill. Unless we re-break the 4-hour lows. That's about it. The 4 hours at a support here, so if it closes bullish, you'd expect a retest at highs. But if this flips, you have 13 minutes. If this flips bearish and closes bearish, that's a different story. If we close above this area, then I'll add positions. I don't think we will, but it's possible. Buyers are cooked? Probably. It just depends. A lot depends on this 4-hour closure, and it's looking like it's heading down for a flip. And if it flips and breaks lows, yeah, we'll be out. If it flips and closes bearish, I'll look to manage risk on the next hourly. If it doesn't, then I'm kind of obligated to stay in a position here and might look for another pineapple on the next 4-hour. It has to retrace. It doesn't have to, but probability says it will, right? Typically. But you also don't want to be on the wrong side of probability once this closes and if it's bearish. But I understand the ranges are much steeper here, right? So you got to adjust your risk accordingly. I understand this is a 200 pip range. We're in a 200 pip range. So like, you know, a usual 20 to 30 pip pullback is probably 80 to 90 pips. The ranges we typically see are like 60, 80, 50. So we see a quarter of the range usually. 4 hours going to close bearish. If that's the case, we will manage risk. Ideally not, but if that is the case, then I will manage risk. Take profit from all positions right here at the retest of the previous candle body high. Roughly 26457. Hot grubber. Yeah, I don't know. Coming down here for this 4 hour. The 15's coming down. Nothing's really grabbed orders. Nothing's retested a high to grab orders. Chat. I'm gonna take another, wait, where's the 5? I want to see the 5. Let's see how this plays out. Chat, I'm gonna take another position right here, right where we are right now, taking a buy. Looking for the 4 hour to close bull so we can have some positions to come up. The 4 hour close is bearish, then obviously 8 minutes from now you guys know what to do. What was that? That's off your iPad? Okay. What goes up must come down? I guess so.
No, it goes up. When it goes down, it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost to the end.
Of your game?
Yes.
That's interesting. 6 minutes here, chat. 6 minutes. Let's see how we close.
No, I found.
Oh, Reza, what's the deal? Why the buy? Because we closed bullish above support on the 5 minute right here, expecting that to come up. Once it made a bottom wick, flipped, and then flipped no more. Did not reflip. I don't know, 5, no top wick. Just a 5 though. 5 closed bullish, but not much of a top wick.
I'm not seeing so good because I keep failing.
That makes sense, baby.
What? How did I even fall off the ground and I just did this?
Yes, you did.
On the wall.
On the wall?
Yes.
Damn, then I don't know.
Like I was being on the wall.
That makes sense. 4 minutes here for the 4 hour to close, gang. The stop on trading view is valid? No, there's no stops. I don't have a stop here. Everything's manual.
My game's like glitching.
Where's your TP? I don't have a TP. Everything's manual. There's no stops. There's no TP. I'm going to close it out manually. I'll call it. I'll say it. I will say it. Right now, we are looking for a 4 hour bullish closure here in 2 minutes. That's what we are looking for. It's reached the smaller time frame resistance. There's like a 5 minute level here to the left. That's where it's at.
Just the bottom. This is easy.
Mm-hmm. I know you are.
in this game, like the skateboard game.
In the board game?
No, the skateboard game,
Oh, the skateboard game. I got you.
not a
What?
board game.
I got you. I got you. 1 minute here for the 4. For now, it looks like it's going to close bullish, but thing is, the next 4 hour might come down first. And if that's the case, you got to be ready.
You gotta be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. 30 seconds here on the 4 hour lock in.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16,
So the 15 closed bullish, the 4 hour closed bullish. You're looking for at the very least 45.5 here. That's what we want to see, 45.5. But the hourly closed bearish. So remember, your first momentum might be bearish. The initial momentum off the top of the start of this hourly. But because the 4 hours closed bullish, I'm going to expect it to eventually start filling the wick, or we're going to need more closures. Mm. 45, we're looking at 45 areas, gang, at the very least. That's the rejection area. This is middle of a range. 45 areas where there's orders. Okay. All right, gang. I'm gonna close full right here. I'm gonna close full. Whoops. I'll tell you the total. No, it wasn't a winner, but it was a small. We've tapped this area, and we have no bottom wick on the 4. I'll tell you what the total loss here is. Total loss. 40, 20, 20, 20, 20. It was very manageable. If you stayed on, it was still pretty good. But I lost like 10 pips there. It's just the market gives you a chance to get out. I've learned my lesson. 5 pips, 4 pips. You're down 4, 3 pips. No reason for you to wait for break even, because that loss in August, that 500 pip loss in August, right? That was the market gave us a chance to get out. It literally did all of this. It pulled up to this area right here. I'm sorry, I'm marking. It pulled up to this area right here. It gave us a chance to get out. We were minus like 2 or 3 pips, and then it tapped it and just pushed down heavy. right? We had it. I went over it. I was like, look, the market gave us a chance here to get out, right? We saw the next resistance. We didn't need to wait for a closure. Once you get that closure above, you can ask for it again. But congrats, everybody. You shouldn't have, if you took a loss there, it should have been minor, very small. But if you took a W, even better. So hold on, let me count up what it was. If you waited for it to be where it's at right now, you're in profits. You're definitely like 20, 30 pips in profit among all positions. So congrats, everybody. I'm gonna count. Let me count our pippage.
I missed the star. No.
659. So 64. Pushing, 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 pushing. Congrats. I would say that this B, good enough B. I got L as well. Well, TradeWorks, great call. It's better than losing 250 pips, right? I mean, the emotions coming out of you as they're coming down here, I get him, but until this, until that 4 hour closed bearish, you're still ahead probability wise. Oh, we would have had a nice dub here. Uh, isn't it 8 a.m. Eastern? No, your timing's off. So you see this? We don't know how far up it's going to drive. We do know that this is the area where it can reject. And if this is the area we can reject here, there's no point in having all that risk or the possibility of rejection when this is what we were looking for, a retest of 45.5. Yeah, no, that was like between all the positions, that was like a 20 pip loss. Yeah, it's a 23 pip loss among all positions. If we waited an extra 5 minutes, probably a 20 pip W, but I have to manage based on levels. I can't manage based on where we are in the account. I have to manage based on levels that we tap. Now we close above, shoot, we'll have more positions. But for now, that's where we are. Technically still up for the day. We had 20 pips to, well, no, I'm sorry. It was a 20 and 10, so it was 30 pips. So if we're taking that combined, right? If combined all positions here were minus 23, our signal channel right before the stream had 30, 31, and our first position here had 12. So 31 and 12 is 43, and that was a 23 pip loss. So we're still up 20 pips for the day. Fuck that, TradeWorks. Can you replay the music? uh, Dude, it's not about one single trade, but I think these trades provide the most value. I think our drawdown trades provide the most value because that's where all the best examples of risk management are, and all the best examples of pineapples are. Roll up and reset? Yeah, I already rolled, bro. Yeah, we managed it well. I don't think we could have managed it any better. We could have waited an extra 5 minutes just to say, all right, there's no loss here. All right, we get out break even. But it's not about. I've learned my lesson off that fucking 500 pip loss. That it's not about the it's not about the numbers that are in the account. It's really about the levels that you're tapping here. Down 2 pips. I will never financially recover from this. All right, Tiger King. I've been with you in these sort of trades, and I've learned the drawdowns are what we learn about risk management, where we learn about risk management. Yes. The very fact that this 4 hour never flipped, never closed bearish, right? Never broke the lows, means you're still ahead in this trade probability-wise. You might be down in the trade money-wise, but you're ahead probability-wise for it to still come up. Your voice didn't change even in drawdown. Yeah. Honestly, that's how it feels a lot of times. I lose 10 pips and immediately feel like I blew my account. Yeah, I've turned in my terminal, I've turned off the profits, right? You can go to columns and unselect profits, and it doesn't show you what you're making. You said we made the M5 tap a level. You took another buy, but it was a saver for me. Yep. Remember when you said don't marry your trades, and now if I see any bullshit, I close. LOL. LOL. Let's mark that off here. So we got 1W. Now we wait. Now we wait for a closure outside these ranges. Well, now I wait for a closure outside these ranges. If you want to change priorities for Zoom, go to your task manager, go to the tab details. Alright, search for Zoom XC and right click on the one with high working memory. I'm about to do that shit right now. Okay, I go to Zoom EXE. I don't see that. Nvidia, Microsoft, Corsair. I don't have Zoom.exe running. Hold on, let's try that again. Task manager, details. Performance, processes, right? You go to processes. I don't see it, bro. Scroll to the bottom. I did. I'm all the way at the bottom. Could it be called something else? Figure it out. Figure it out. You're minus 50 for the day. Think the streaming ever get boring for you sometimes? No, not really. Sometimes it's hard to make time for it every single day, but it doesn't get boring. How do you hide the profit column? Right click on it, go to columns, and then profit. Yo, I don't have those tabs on top, bro. How do you get this? I see what you're doing, Toby, but I don't have those tabs. Task manager. Oh, details right here. We go. Zoom.exe. So I got 3 of them running. Which one do I select? The one that's taking up the most memory? With the higher working memory. Okay. Set high, right click. Properties, set priority. Normal. Set it to high. Alright, we just set it to high. Change the priority of certain processes could cause system instability. Yes, change priority. If this shit crashes our stream, bro. Alright, I just did it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, as soon as I click annotate, that's what it does. But now I know how to set priority on it. If you weren't Wix, who would you be? I would be not Wix. You'd see me on the street, be like, yo, that's not Wix right there. And you'd be right, because I wouldn't be Wix. Gemini says, turn off optimize video quality with denoise. Where do I do that? At least you tried. Thanks. Appreciate it, Zoom gang. Oh, full TP would have been smacked here. Is anyone still holding our positions? Nick's got to be holding everything. No? Kenny? No? Good job, everybody. Good job. So now it's heading up to tap that resistance we were talking about that we never got to, never tapped. Closed out when they got in profit. Yep. Good job. Yeah, it's an extra 40 pips here on 8 positions. Ooh, icy, nice job. Can you explain one more time why it's going up to tap that? Because if it's gonna go anywhere, it's not just going up to tap this, it's going up. But if you were gonna drive, if the market was gonna drive, it needs to bounce off something. If it doesn't, you're always thinking, oh, maybe it'll come back and bounce off that area. Right, market doesn't just mid-range typically stop unless you're creating new ranges like at all-time highs. Typically doesn't just stop and go the other way based on nothing, right? Mid-range or on a smaller time frame. One of the most valuable drawdowns today, yes, today's very valuable to see how to manage that. There's no advantage here. Look, the hourly closed bearish. New hourly doesn't have a bottom wick, so we can say, all right, on the 4 hour we're going to expect 2645.5 at the very least to make a decision. But if it blows right through that, this is the next area, 2650. You know what, there's a 4 hour support there that became resistance. That's what it is, this level right here. You smell candy? That's because you're a kid. Everything is candy. You can smell candy from a town over.
No?
Yeah.
That smells like candy.
Oh, all right.
Putting it in your house.
Have a seat. I am sitting. Have a seat. I'm like, have a seat. She's like, no, you have a seat. All right, gang. What do we have going on? 9:20. All right, 9:30 coming up. Hold on a second, baby. You want to get on me?
Yeah.
All right, have a seat. I'm gonna get up right now. I'm gonna go outside, smoke for a sec. All right, so you're going outside too. All right, what are you gonna go on the swing? All right, you can go on the swing for the 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna go outside. Yeah, so we have 9:30 coming up here. NYC Open. If we can close above the most recent, we can close above this area as well. I'll happily look for a ride up. Is the hurricane bad? No, not where I'm at. It wasn't bad where I'm at. Brother, ew. Gap 2655 that needs to be tapped above Sunday Open. I know, I felt it. Biter.
I'm not a biter.
You're a biter.
I'm a biting kid.
You are a biting kid.
I'm a biting kid.
Okay, here we go. Setting video advanced. Settings on where? On the Zoom? Hold on a second.
You're my dad.
Yes, I am. Hold on. Where is the settings? Where do you guys see that?
Caviar.
That's not caviar.
Yes, he is. That's caviar. Where's caviar?
He's not here.
He went somewhere. He's gone. He went somewhere. He's gone.
Yes, he's gone. Can you hold on 1 second? I gotta do something. Video settings. Advanced optimized video quality with denoise. Optimize quality of the video, send with denoise. I got that checked off. That's checked off. Hold on, let's try this. No, not working. I do have a blue Sharpie, baby. Throw your monitor out. It's got nothing to do with the monitor. I've switched monitors. It does it on whatever monitor I share my screen on. Yeah, it's from the chair. Chat, we have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes for the sturdy to close. Can you give me 1 second, please? Yeah, for my chair. Can you give me 1 second? I'm coming outside with you for a minute. You got a stick keyboard? Something is stuck in. Let's go outside. Chat, I'm going to be back almost 150 plus week. We got on stream this week, Wix, so W week for real. No, it's a great week, but we're not done here for today yet. 4 minutes here. I'm going to step outside, smoke for 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes, and we will look to see if we can have something for NYC Open here. We want either closures above with a steep top wick, or we want no top wick here, closing below 2650. If we get a top wick on the next candle, we will look for a bearish flip, as long as we get a closure at 2650, below 2650, and with no top wick. Okay, so now that we know what we're doing, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. BRB. Yeah, you don't want to go in the pool right now. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty cold. Because of the whirlpool? Alright. It's called the jacuzzi. Yeah, but we didn't have a waterfall. Now we got a waterfall. Oh, look, look. Look, she's saying hi to you. Squirrel right there. You see that one? The one on top of the fence. You know why he's so chunky? Because he ate all of our mangoes. Fat ass squirrel. Oh shoot, sorry gang, sorry. I forgot I'm muted. We're closing above the most recent here on the 30, so can't look for sells just yet, right? You're not back in range, but you are holding the higher time frame resistance. Need a top wick on this candle. Might look like an hourly flip here, right? If it starts coming down. But you want this 30 to have a top wick. You don't want just a straight drive down, because then at any moment it could flip, right? And you don't want that. You want to come up, grab orders, and then do that. So if we come up, grab orders, bounce off 2650, and then we start re-breaking the lows, that would be something different. The thing is, it's NYSE open. If you start re-breaking highs, highly likely you continue driving. But on the off chance that you don't and you pull back in range, then we'll look for positions. What else? W educational week. Yeah, it's been a pretty solid week. Been a really good week. Excuse me. NYC open here. 30's coming up. Oh, that's already 20 pips. That's right. Jeez. The big one. Big range. Big range. Yeah, I don't have anything here for now. Maybe you could have said the 15 was a leg candle. Once you made that bottom wick, you're going to come up with that. The higher time frames here. Bearish closure on the hourly, holding resistance. We'll see. It's done what it was supposed to do. It created a high. It came down. Once it found a support, it filled the range. That's what it did. After that, it's stuck in a rejection area. $15 the candle. Yeah, I think that was probably the only tell here in this case, or the only edge you could have had. Which isn't bad, but like we've never grabbed orders. I was hoping maybe a bottom wick. At the time I wasn't hoping, but right now it would be great if there was a bottom wick. Until we get closures, this might still come down for that bottom wick. This is the daily. Can we buy? You can. You definitely can. May you buy? I don't know. Hungry Trader, W. 20 pips. Big news in 25 minutes. It's not that big. That's not what she said. B. It's orange folder. Orange folder. Well, if we're mirroring this push here, we're not going to see much of a pullback. There's no pullback here. This is clean drive here to 63 areas for another 100 pips. But for us to be sure, we want closures. Weekly flip doesn't mean the weekly drive. Okay, so be careful. Just because the weekly flip doesn't mean it'll push. Okay, which also doesn't mean you shouldn't enter, right? You enter what you believe is your position, where you're convinced it's your position. I'm just saying that it doesn't necessarily have to drive if it flips. It might eventually look like the candle drove, but it doesn't necessarily need to drive here on the first flip. You're going to need smaller time frame closures. Yeah, low time frames need to line up, exactly. If it has really strong volume, does it mean it can invalidate the having top or bottom wick idea? Yes, but then you'd need closures to show that it's volume, right? You would need a closure outside the range, right? That closure in itself will be an indication of volume, because if you didn't have volume, you wouldn't close outside the range, right? Just logically speaking. So you would probably, besides, like, if there's no wick, then you'd want the closure outside the range. Yeah, the range we marked off here is filled. This kind of looks weird over here, right? Because the line's cutting through the range, but on the higher time frame here, it just, I don't know, it makes sense. Below here we come down, above here we tend to come up. I'm waiting for a closure above 2652, and I'm also waiting on a steep wick. Like, a closure and a mini wick doesn't do anything for me. See, it doesn't look that massive. Our positions were here, but like, this little candle here is like, look, 83 pips. So that's what I was saying. Ranges are big, right? If the ranges are big, adjust. Adjust your risk. What I'm looking for volume. And it would be a lot easier if I could just do this and be like, I need this to happen here right now. Right here, this top wick. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe a closure even up here. I'm fine with this. If we get that, then I will look to fill the wick with volume, momentum, direction, everything lining up. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, let's get rid of that red screen of death. Looks kind of cool, purple. Yeah, but if you look at that for like 2 hours, you're gonna walk away from the screen, but everything else is gonna stay like that. So your whole world will be like that. Yeah, gold. Over here previously we left a nice wick too. It wasn't mass. How much is this wick? This had 20 pips to 16 pips to fill. Alright, so as you flip there. Yeah. We tapped it, didn't we? Yeah, we tapped the resistance area. That's why we're seeing some play here. But we have 17 minutes for this 1 hour to close. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. So we're gonna stick around here for a little bit and trade. Uh-oh. It's here again, chat. It's here again. Everybody. You know, the song after that one doesn't get enough credit. It always gets like muted out. So 15 closed, wick to fill. It's a tough area. Hold on, let me turn that down so you guys could hear me. 15 closed, got a wick to fill, but you need a closure above, not below. I want to see what else is here. Right, and we've tapped this area on the dot, and we're coming back down. You're not gonna hear anything. That's the mic, babe. Hey, Telemo Gum. Appreciate the $1.99. Will this be a 15 that flips? How much range we got here? 1991. That closed above the most recent. Let me see this 30. It'd be great if we can re-break the 30 low. Because if this breaks the 30 low, it'll give it a chance to drive. I don't know. Chat. Let's see. Yeah, I really want this wick fill, chat. I'm gonna take a buy here. I think it's possible we get the wick fill. Just took a buy on the flip here. You want to eat? Hold on, I'm gonna go make you some food. So let's see if we can get that closure outside the range. Some room. All right, closing half here at 11. We just closed half at 11. Let's see if we can fill this range a bit more. All right. Break even here, chat. House money. All right, make sure it's house money. And I'm gonna close full right here at 15. Okay, congrats. I just closed full, tip of the wick, 15 pips. The reason I'm closing, we're not above this area. We got damn near it, and I don't know if we're gonna break it or reject, so I closed full. Say W.
W.
That's right. So, congrats everybody. If we're gonna talk full rainbow hair, yeah, that's my logo. So easy peasy. So I know we're below resistance here, but this wick fill is 35 pips, and up to the range we had 20, right? Up to the top of the range. I love you too, baby. Yeah. So perfect closure here. Yeah, filled the body of the what? Previous 5? Almost, pretty much. But the closure here was a similar closure to what we had on. It's a similar closure to what we had on our pineapples, right? We pulled back and we closed right here at the previous candle body high. Congrats. So if we're really gonna talk pips, that's two positions. One at. Hold on. Let me look at the signal channel. Right. Like if we're gonna talk.
That's a witch.
Combined positions because of the pineapples, right? We spoke about all the combined positions, what it comes down to. So if we take combined positions here, this is 15 and 11. So 26, right? Buys for 26. 26 total pips. But guess what, chat? I apparently it's just been buys all day long today. One initial buy could have done us all this. Pips 26, value infinite. Yes. Got my cake for 15 seconds. No W for me, but W for you guys. That's like the trading version of must be nice.
W for you.
W for us. You get to have ice cream today.
Yes.
Yes. I want to say I'm done here, but I'm not done here, chat. We are not done. You want to call it a week? Be my guest. Heavy rejection. Well, that's why we closed full once we got there, because we never closed above. If we had a closure above, we might still be holding.
I'm still a kid though.
Not leaving until the New York session's in the books. Yeah, when we call it, that's when we leaving.
That's a hatty witch.
Not a witch, a wick.
That's a hatty witch.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
That's Kenny. She said you look like a witch because you got the witch hat. That's a pimp hat. That's a pimp hat, baby. He's a pimp. And these are pips. Pimps and pips. Pennies? No, no pennies.
That's Benny.
Oh, Kenny, not Penny. Yeah, that's Kenny. Yo, you make me smile all the time. You didn't even say a joke. You just make me smile. Here, take the remote. Turn something on. Here, come on.
No.
Disney, HBO, something. Come on. Game of Thrones. No school today for the younger two. They both have pneumonia, so the younger two don't have school. Are you better? Are you feeling better? Huh? Do you have a fever? Did you take medication today? You're getting him in. Yes, I did. Yes, I. Wick's living the dream, and I'm not talking trading wise. Yeah, I'm the richest man in the world. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. School did close for the last 2 days, but then they reopened today. So today I sent the older one to school, but the younger one is. The younger ones are here. One is in her room playing iPad, and one is here next to me supporting me. She wants the ego feeder check and wait. She just wants to run the stream. She got mad at me right now because I told her to have a seat next to me, but then she got really happy as soon as she sat down next to me. Lou Gehrig's speech, yeah. Well, somebody knows. Somebody knows their baseball history. I think it's like one of the greatest baseball videos of all time, like one of the greatest ones. I grew up in New York, so every time you watch the Yankees before the game, right, they would do like an edit, like a mix, like an intro, right? And Lou Gehrig's speech was like on every single, and you know, baseball, 162 games a year, they basically play every night throughout the season. So every single night, the Yes Network. No, back then it wasn't even the Yes Network. Back then it was called, oh my God, it wasn't the Yes Network yet. I forgot what it was called. And right before the Yankees game, it would be like a whole collage because, you know, all the greats, you know, from Ruth to DiMaggio to Yogi Bear. So, and then they would throw that in. They would throw in Lou Gehrig speech. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. MSG, no, MSG was only for the Knicks and Rangers, sometimes Yankees, no, but back then it was the Yes Network, right? But sports channel, something like that, yeah. Consumer sentiment here in 4 minutes. We'll watch it, yeah. 3.5 minutes here. We'll see what happens. Maybe we set up again. Bonds v. Sosa? No, bro. I remember McGuire Sosa. The steroid era. Honestly, the game was just more fun when everybody was on steroids. They're always on edge too. They'd like swing and a miss and then they'd flip out, break the bat. Like, it was funny because like everyone in the league could break the bat with their knee. Like the smallest players in the league used to be able to break the bat over their knee. Now, because they're not on steroids no more. You'd have Joe Girardi, more like Jorge Posada, breaking a bat over their knee. No Steam Monday. Oh, let's check. Hold on. I had no idea. What do we have? Saturday, Sunday, Japan Bank Holiday, Monday. What's Monday? Columbus Day. What, like Columbus, Ohio, or like Christopher Columbus? With all due respect, fuck them both. I'm trying to trade. Fuck Columbus. Is Thanksgiving? No, Thanksgiving's in November. We haven't even had, it's after Halloween. We haven't even had Halloween yet. Canadian holiday, yeah, and American. Oh, Canadian, I get it. All right, Canadian, it's Thanksgiving. Do you guys do the turkey on Thanksgiving too? Or it's like whatever's around? Like chicken. Oh, look, a cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. Where? We eat dogs in Canada. All right, that's terrible.
I'm eating pizza.
You're eating pizza?
Yeah.
Bon appetit, bro. Stop calling me bro. I'm dad.
I just said bro, not bro.
Oh. Yeah, you guys should not be eating dogs. Why are you eating dogs? Mountains, you can only find dogs. How about goats? How about mountain goats? Need more fuel for next stop. Well, then you gotta do shit, you know. Do you mean like we need more liquidity to continue driving? More fuel for the next stop? Just don't guess the next stop, right? Let it play out. Who can really see the difference in their trading here from showing up to the streams? Have you like noticed an actual difference? Like you can feel it. Like, you know how you go to the gym for like a month, for a few weeks straight, and you see a muscle that you've never seen before, right? Okay, do you guys, anyone here feel like that after showing up here for a while? Change your whole perspective on trading? That's awesome. Yep. Amazing. Yeah, because you guys are showing out. You're helping yourself, right? To borrow a quote from Riz, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Right? You're creating your own future. Become way more profitable. Help me out without even knowing. Amazing. Amazing. As long as if you can actually feel the change, if you know, you can see the difference, you understand the difference between before and now, and what you didn't look for and what you did look for. I used to close trades whenever I saw 30 to 40 pips drawdown. Next thing you know, it goes back up. Today I just hold 150 pips DD with 4 stacks. W. Okay. Lost? Why are you lost, God Molecule? Talk to me, bro. Talk to us. Pass more challenges, go lossless. That's amazing. Guess what we're doing here seems to be working. Oh, 3 losses in the past 2 weeks. Amazing. Amazing. If you're taking 5 to 10 positions a week, we've had way more. I think this week, I think we have 15 or 20 positions this week, and we have 1 loss. That 23 pip loss you guys see right there that came today. So the hourly opened here, created a top wick, created a bottom wick and a top wick. How did it do that? Oh no, it created a top wick first. Yeah. It's tough to take any sells there, even though you created a top wick. You're so bullish on the previous time frames, right? From the 4 to the 1 to the 30, everything was everything closed bullish with a wick to fill. So the only thing you got bearish was a 15 here, and even the 15 was more of a doji candle, right? This is more of an indecision candle than a bearish candle here, that previous 15. So since everything is bullish, all the higher time frames bullish, you can't, you can do whatever, right? But me personally, I don't look for a bearish flip in this case, right? I don't take every possible flip. I take flips that also line up on every time frame, that also line up with timing, and that also line up with closures and line up with volume. When all those things line up, you're gonna have a hard time losing, right? You're gonna have to put some effort into actually taking a loss at that point. the winning is going to become the simple part of trading when all those things line up. Yeah, right now it's too much noise. It's a lot of noise in this area and no edge.
I ate all my.
You ate all your pizza? Now you're hungry? Come here, give me a hug. You didn't even give me a hug today. All right, 5 minutes and we're going. What do you want to eat? Cereal? My cereal? So chat, they have their own cereal. They have honeycomb, they have Kit Kat cereal, they have everything. And I have like this almond protein cereal with like, 20 grams of protein per bowl. And instead of eating their cereal, they're eating up all of mine. This is supposed to be the other way around. I'm supposed to be eating your cereal when you guys are asleep. Meanwhile, you all wake up and you eat my cereal.
Well, I don't eat cereal.
They're trying to get them gain. Yo, it's delicious, right? And it's got like almonds, nut, peanuts, or whatever it has. Yeah, I know you don't.
Kyle does,
And Lala, Lily.
and Lala.
What is that? Go throw this in the garbage, please.
That's from the chair.
You're trying to get them gains. It's crazy. I don't mind it though, like, if it's tasty, like there's nothing wrong with them getting some extra protein. As long as they're not drinking protein shakes, but it's okay. It's good cereal. I also feel like it's a lot healthier because all of their cereal, that's basically candy, right? Like Kit Kat cereal, that's freaking candy. Like Frosted Flakes, that's candy. That's basically eating candy, and then they're like, well, what about now I ate, and how about I get some candy now? I'm like, you just ate a bowl of candy with milk. Start taking your creatine as well. Imagine. I don't take creatine. I should. I used to. I don't drink creatine. I used to, like 5-7 years ago. Okay. Check. Give me 1 minute. We're gonna be here probably till 10:30. I want to see if we're able to actually like close outside this range, pull up, or if we can get a bearish 30 closure. Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go give her a bowl of food, like a bowl of cereal, and I'll be right back. Hold on a second. We might have more positions here. is the cereal gang right here. See, 20 grams. And they eat that up. Same one you eat? Yeah. Looks decent, right? It tastes decent too. It's not bad. It says 20% protein, 100% yum. Or 20 grams protein, 100% yum. They're trying to hit the daily protein target. That's funny. 17 minutes here for the start. I mean, we might see volume. We might, right? Now that because we're ranging on a smaller time frame. These wicks are ranges, right? So wicks are ranges. This wick here and this wick here are one range. And look, from here to here. This is our range. We gotta get out of it. I heard excess protein causes inflammation. It's alright. Take some Motrin. Take some ibuprofen. That's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So if you feel inflamed, take an anti-inflammatory. Or keep flaming. You want to keep flaming? Stay flaming. Get rid of this. No, we can't. This is a 4-hour level. Yeah, this is a 2652 is a 4-hour resistance. They say trading is very hard to understand. Just focus on one strat, rinse and repeat every single day, and it becomes understandable. It becomes easier to understand. I say this all the time. It's up to you how simple or how difficult and intricate you want this to be, right? But as a newer trader, ideally you want to simplify this as much as possible because you want motivation to keep showing up. And when something is pretty difficult to do night in and night out, day in and day out, right? It's gonna demotivate you, right? It's gonna disincentivize you to keep showing up. So you make this very simple, something that you can rinse and repeat every single day. You're gonna have, you're gonna be motivated to show up here, knowing that what you're doing is simple enough for you to to continue to do. You can get it done today, you can get it done tomorrow, and then over time you'll start making things a little more not more difficult, but you'll add things on top of what's already profitable for you, right? You'll build on top of that, but you can't build on top of something that isn't proven or isn't profitable for you yet. It just doesn't make sense. First, get to the point where you got this one thing that's simple and profitable, and then just build, then scale, right? But first, right, when you start out, you have to go wide because you have to see what works. You have to try a lot of strategies, right? The same thing with marketing, right? If you're doing like Facebook ads, right, you got to do a lot of different types of content to see what works. You can't just create one piece of content, go all in on that. You go wide. And then once you figure out what works, then you scale just on those things that work, and everything else that you went wide on, you kick that out. Delete, delete. What you stoic market mechanic showed me, I've been absolutely killing it. Incredible. I love it. Success story. What's your solution to greediness in the market? I make money, but I can never stop even when I'm in profits for the day. Bro, get out of your own way. Right? If you understand that greed is an unwelcome emotion here, right? Don't deal with it. As soon, like, remember I said it's an internal battle, right? You got to tune out that inner bitch. That noise, like, you got to tune out the noise from everyone, but the most important noise you got to tune out is the one inside your head, right? That battle. As soon as you start having that conversation, it's like, hey, you're gonna go to the gym, and then you start having that internal conversation, but I'm tired, or like, nah, I'll go tomorrow, or nah, I gotta get up, get dressed, I'm already laying down here. No, don't even start that conversation with yourself, right? If you just don't start that conversation, but just go, just do what you need to do, right? Because as soon as that conversation, I feel it coming on in my head, I walk away from it. I was like, stop, no, we're not having this conversation. And you know, I tune out that noise and I just go, right? The mind gives up before the body does, right? So you just got to do it. And if you're feeling you're starting to have that conversation with yourself about greed or taking more and you're already a winner, win that argument. Don't let the inner bitch win the argument. Win that argument. You know, be principled. All right, you got what you need. This is work. This isn't how you feel, right? It's not about your feelings. Just stop. If you've got what you need for the day, you're a winner. Unless your exact thing is printing here and it's telling you, it's smacking you in the face, telling you to get in. Wait for whatever made you win today. Wait for that in the next session. Those W's that you got today, wait for those same W's in the next session. They'll set up again. They'll definitely set up again. Forget what you're up. See if what the things that made you win for the week, if you see those exact things happening. If you don't, but you see other things that you think might work, stay away. This isn't the time right here to it's a sample size, you know, full tilt. Tourists killed visiting Colorado gold mine attraction. Well, they should have visited our gold mine. Fucker went underground. Why are they going to a gold mine? Just show up to the markets and gold's right here. Ooh, F5 rejected. Close, no bottom wick, but back in range. Let's see. We got 10 minutes for this 30. Right. The biggest battle you're ever going to have here is always with yourself, right? Until it's second nature, the biggest battle will always be with yourself. And I think if you're new and you're winning, you haven't gone through that battle. So your winning is not long term. Not that I wish it was. I'm just saying, I believe for you to truly understand the market, to truly understand the full scale of what it can do, you first have to be humbled by it. And until you've been humbled by the markets, I don't think you're ready for, you know, for scaling your account full tilt. You might be on a winning streak, you might be new and haven't blown an account, right? You might be doing really well. until the market humbles you, I don't think you'll be ready to, you know, take what you learn here and run with it. If it doesn't break in 40 something minutes, done for the day. I'm looking for this 30 closure. If it doesn't, if we don't get what we need in this 30, we will be out here. We'll call it a week. About 10 minutes. A lot of value, more value in that minus 23 pips today than the other two trades combined. The other two trades, very simple. No need for risk management, straight to profits, bottom wick, drive, fill the wick, tap advantage points, but not you know, losing the house and understanding where you are, when you are. You know, if you were in doubt, what do I say? When in doubt, zoom out. And if you zoomed out, you would have seen a bullish 4 hour, even if you're in drawdown on this wick. So I just, you know, another opportunity for you to learn and memorize the checklist of things you need to go through to understand if a trade has dropped in probability of working out, or if it's still in your favor. Are you still ahead or not? If you're in drawdown and news is coming up, would you stay in the trade or take your loss? It depends on the news, and it depends on the levels created. And I'll typically, if I'm in a position but news is coming up, I might set stops based on that initial push. So I'll do the same thing. I'll drop down to the 1 minute. I'll see it push, and if it pushes against me, I will set whatever the limit of that push is, whatever that wick is. That's where I'll set stops, right? And if we re-break it, then I would close out and then trade the news, like I would always. I'm from Ghana, and there's so much illegal gold mines. If only they knew they can mine on MT5. Yeah, exactly. You don't need blood diamonds. We got this diamond in the rough right here. Yep.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
So we want a heavy push. We want something that indicates strong volume. I don't like this area right here. This gap right here. Is that market open? Yeah, that was the market rollover. No, this was the weekly open right here. So hold on, the weekly. Yeah, this was the weekly open. So the weekly is bullish, but it hasn't rebroke its own high yet. To break the weekly high, that's right here. It might be difficult. Might be difficult on this candle. We'll see. We got 5 minutes. Got 5 minutes for this 30. Kind of pissed off with Zoom. Like yesterday, we had our OBS crash. Today, Zoom's acting up. "30 minutes before London closes." Yeah, I don't know if I'll stay here that long. Remember, Chad, besides these 3 positions, we had a trade in the signal channel at like 7:45, right before we started the stream. And that was a combined, there was a combined 31 pips between 2 positions. So I already have 4 trades. Well, 4 setups that I've traded. 4 separate setups that I've traded, and I've already taken 8, 10, 12, I've taken 14 separate positions today on 4 setups. 11 pip buys was on news on the 1 minute. Then the buys minus 23 was also news on the 5 minute. The 11 pip buys was in the first minute of the news, 8:31. If you go back to the 8:31, you'll see that 2 hours ago. Gene signing off. 2.5% for the week. That is an incredible week. You do 2.5% every week this week, you're gonna have like a 12 to 15% week, right? Because of compounding, right? So if you get now 2.5% on your new balance, that's even more. So you're technically, if you get 2.5% every week for a month, you're not making 10%. You're making more than 10% because you're making 2.5% on the newer balance that's already higher, right? So that's a 12 to 15% month. That's incredible. You get a 10% month every month of the year, you'll be well off. Or every month throughout the year, yeah. Do you have stats on the 1 minute news versus 5 minute news strategy? It's the same strategy. It's just the first 5 minutes of it, we traded off the one. But the win rate, we've taken, I think, 3 losses on news the entire year, and we have over 100 news trades. Like, what if you do 3% monthly consistently? I don't care what you do as long as it's positive, right? As long as it's plus long term, you know. 3% on $1 million is 30 grand. If you're doing 30 grand a month, you're chilling. Trust me, you're chilling, because like, well, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, but like 3% a month, you'll be fine. It's not about like how big your account is right now. You'll feel it eventually. Just don't concentrate on the money. Concentrate on the percentage gains. You need to concentrate on the fact that you're winning, although everything behind it is money, and money is the actual, you know, motivation and the reason we're trading, right? I mean, for me, I just love trading, but initially, right, we all want to make more money. We want to have a lot more freedom of time with the fact that we're making more money. So, but the way to do that is not to focus. It's kind of, that's why I say it's counterintuitive, right? Because it's all about making money, but it's counterintuitive because you can't focus on the money to make it. The money here is a byproduct, right? It's just a side effect of focusing on the charts, of not focusing on the money. It's a side effect of winning every day, right? Like with medication, right? You're trying to get better. You're not focusing on the side effects of the medication. You actually need it to work, right? When it works, then you're like, all right, I got, you know, I can breathe fire now, or something like that, right? I know we got a closure there. That's not really a wick I want to see. I wanted to see a steep wick, and if we are going to break this high right now, then I wouldn't trust it to drive. I would wait for it to pull back, re-break the low, and only after that you can say, all right, now we can set that as a stop, because if it now at this point comes back and re-breaks the high, but you need to come back. So let's look at it this way. You want it to drive off something. Where does the market drive up from? Well, we can look left and see right here, this area, right? The market drives up off that area. The market drives up off this area as well. And the market drives up here. We've tried to drive up, right? It gave us a bottom wick of this most recent support, or the overall 4-hour support, and try to drive up. If it doesn't, it re-breaks the lows and it bounces off one of these supports, this or this or this with a bottom wick, and then starts breaking the highs, then you can say, all right, we tried to drive, needed more orders, it couldn't. Now it's grabbed more orders, bounced off a support. So it should go further than what it did here, right? If the orders from here, from this area, only took you up here, right? Then you probably, if you grab more orders, you probably drive further. But it needs to come down, re-break the lows, and bounce off a support that you drive up from. You don't care about who's the president? Yeah, you do. 30 grand a month, you care more about who's the president because now you're paying more taxes, right? You definitely care who the president is. Once you're making money, you have more interest in politics because you have to start voting your pocketbook, right? It's like taxes, right? If you don't make money, you don't really give a shit about paying the taxes because you're not making money. But once you start making money, you're going to be like, fuck, I need to find an attorney. I need to find a financial advisor. I need to find a tax consultant, right? A CPA. And I need to get them to work together as a team in order to make sure that, you know, what I'm doing is, you know, is correct and makes sense from every angle. Yeah, if we can re-break the low of this candle, come down, bounce off a support, and then re-break the high, I'll look for a position. But right now, as it's coming up, not too pretty. Trump pays more layer bills than taxes. Trump in general, we had much lower taxes when Trump was around. I kept a lot more of my money in my pocket under Trump than under Obama or Biden or Camel Toe Harris if she comes here. Business and personal. Let me bring this cereal back. Sorry, I had to go in the other room. The kids are swinging on a chandelier fan. That shit's like a Six Flags attraction. But those tweets are so mean. Yeah, but that gas was so cheap, huh? That gas was so cheap. Yeah, if you can just... It's Friday, we ain't got shit to do. Nah, we're winners today. We're winners yesterday, we were winners the whole week. Winners all of last month, winners this month. Trump also gave a 40K stimmy to low-income people. I think if it was Biden, it might have been like 100K stimmy, and then we'd all be fucked. Trump had no choice because of the C word. Not me, got where it started the week. Good. Got somewhere. Yeah, it's not doing much of what I want. It's probably, if this pushes up, So if it doesn't re-break the lows, what you want a heavy push up and a pullback. So you want that steep wick. Remember the one what we spoke about before? You want that steep wick here, right? So the further it drives up, the better. If you're talking about the hourly, right, for London close, because you're gonna feel that wick. If it's gonna give you a heavy push up and then pull back, you're gonna feel the wick again, just like we just did on the previous hourly. You see how we filled the wick? You see how heavy that push up was? You want another heavy push up like this. You don't want a small candle here, right? And you're obviously gonna feel FOMO as it's driving. You're gonna be like, fuck, I should have been in there, but it hasn't created the range yet, right? But once it creates that range with that wick and pulls back, remember what we say, creates a high, it retests highs, creates a low, retests lows. It'll create a resistance. Once it finds a support, it'll come back up to fill the range and retest a high, retest the resistance, or damn near it, right? So that's what you want. You don't want to be in on the initial drive here because there's not much confirmation. Your mid candle, the stops would be massive, but you turn all of that down with a little bit of patience, right? You can turn all that around. Everything I just said could make sense once this closes, and you already have that top wick. You've cleared the range up, and not clear the range up and reject, close back in range, but clear the range up, pull back, still close above. Are you trading on Monday? It's a bank holiday? No. So I just found out that it's a US holiday. So we're gonna be off on Monday, but we are gonna run a private Asian session stream on Sunday. Excuse me. So on Sunday from market open, the signal channel will have access to the Asian session live stream. And it's our Sunday Unfiltered, right? We'll open up the mics, open up the cams, and we all get to just have a discussion. Or that's my goal, is to have a discussion, but a lot of times it's just me talking, unless people ask questions. But the goal is, right, we're free to have a discussion. It's not public. It's more of a more intimate session, right? It's just like 25-30 of us. So it works very nicely. But we're gonna need some Asian session volume to have positions. I don't know if we will. There's a bank holiday on Monday, right? But if we see something on Sunday between 8 and 10 p.m., we'll be in positions. Where's your daughter? Oh, they were both just here. Well, 2 of the 3 were just here, but they went to the other room. They're playing some game. I don't know. I think they're playing Six Flags or Universal, something like that. They're swinging on the chandelier in the other room off the bunk bed. They're jumping onto the chandelier off the second floor of the bunk bed, and they set up a whole bunch of what do you call those? The little plush toys, and their bean bags. They have their bean bag seats, and they're falling off of it right onto the bean bags. They're fucking crazy. You joined Signal Channel. It's in my bio, or exclamation point signals are right there. Wish 9 did it. Thank you. Appreciate that. From the top rope, top bunk, because they have bunk beds. Don't even know why we need that bunk bed, because this shit, it's pretty dope. It's got like a basketball hoop on the side, like everything's like made for them to not leave the room. I wanna swing from the chandelier. You know what we should do? We should chat. Let's pause this. Let's watch some Wix 9 reels. Yeah, let's do this.
Damn it,
Let's watch
I
some.
stepped in shit again.
Ah.
Damn it, I stepped in shit again.
What else we got?
Yo, straight cheese. Don't nobody want to watch you close.
Nah.
Alright, gang.
You guys see me light
today
this?
Got soaked during our stream. Let's see if we can dry it up here in the microwave and maybe even light this end. Let's just see what happens. Let's put this in here. Let's give it 1 minute. So we'll trade it for a 1 minute candle here. See
Wait,
this 1 minute candle.
where's the volume? Why is the volume so low?
RJ.
Oh, right there.
And maybe even light it if there's enough volume in this 1 minute candle. Let's go.
Chat, go like these videos. Go like the
Seconds
shorts.
here.
I lit a joint
doing?
in the microwave with this one.
What are we doing over here? Oh, I think it's lit. 30 seconds in. Chat. It lit. Alright.
What else?
Who
we
was
got?
your mentor?
Yo, it's cool if you trade fundamentals. It's cool if you trade technicals. It's cool if you took buys today. It's even cool if you took sells today. But it ain't never cool to stop on a yellow light when we both should have made it, dog.
Who was your mentor?
What
You
else
trade-
we got? What I'll say is, don't think.
Ay, cómo se riega. Ay, ella es bonita. Ay, es verdecita. Ay, la verdolaga. Ay, la verdolaga. Ay, yo la sembré. Ay, yo la sembré. Ay, la verdolaga. Ay, la...
All right, let's get rid of that. Oh man. Go react to new KSI. You know what? I like it. I like the new KSI song. I like it. What the fuck? He really laughing with his videos? Yeah. I thought this shit was funny. Bro baked what was supposed to hold him. What was supposed to bake him. Yeah. I'm gonna clip that. Yeah, I don't care if you're for that 5. Yeah. Really want to hourly push, heavy push. 15 minutes here. You know what we're gonna do? How I wash my hair? Oh, with water, shampoo. Do you not wash your hair? Oh, water, Head and Shoulders, everybody's favorite shampoo over here, right? And just it's a sponge. It's the same thing, right? It's like a sponge. How old are your dreads? About 7 years. Okay, so I don't like people's reaction. Yeah, I like the new song. I liked it. No, what happened to Mitchell Robinson? Did he get traded? Don't play with me. I have 2 boys and they have 6 cousins, all boys. The soccer team is ready. That's crazy. Out for the year? No, we're gonna look this up right now. No way. They gotta trade him then. Knicks rumors. New York Knicks center Mitchell Robinson's recovery time from May ankle surgery may be on longer side of initial estimates. Get the fuck out of here. Won't return till 2025. Well, that ain't gonna work. Damn, that's messed up. Did you watch Speed reacting to KSN song? No, I didn't. I did not. But I might see that after this. Wow, I can't believe Mitchell Robinson is gone for the year. What's your age? 11. Thanks for the lesson on trade management. W, congrats. Oof. So this is a wick you want, right? On the hourly closure. Now you want that wick and a closure above. It did drive up here pretty nice. It gave you what, 22, 25 pips. Watching the edit of Camel. Oh, yo. And then she's like, I got nothing to do with their editing department. That's crazy. Did you guys see this shit? Camel Toe Harris did a 60 minutes interview, and she did the interview, and then there's the version that they put out on TV, and then they put out a version that was the unedited version, and her answers are completely different than what they were. They edited the hell out of her interview. I remember one question she answered had like 5 or 6 edits. They kept editing different, like you can tell it was at a different time. She was sitting differently in the edit. She's a bit like, different angle. Yeah, the camera's coming from one angle and the other, but like she was just, it was a bit different. The hair is a bit different, like, how it's laying on her. It's just crazy. They edited the hell out of that. They would never do that with Trump. They'd edit Trump, but they would do it the other way. What else? What else, chat? You're such a moron. They edit everything. MS7 needs to be broken down and sold for parts because they all lie. Yes, 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 yes. But then, like, even the smaller news outlets, unless they're run by like independent people or brands, like they're all influenced because most of them are either borrowing studio time or taking donations from people that that are going to influence what's put out on those platforms. Trump talks nonsense with no edit. Yeah, I love that. He also has lower taxes and cheap gas. So I could care less about how he talks, what he says. I'm all about the doing, right? The actions. And I'll take mean tweets and $1 a gallon for gas over $5 a gallon for gas. I watched parts of it. I watched parts of the Andrew Schultz pod. He's funny. I watched the part where he was, I think they made it a reel on Insta, where he's talking about swerve. What did he call it? What did he call it? He didn't call it dodging. He started talking about how politicians, especially like they don't answer the question. They just like you give them a question and they just go into their speech, and by the end of it, you're like, yeah, but how about the question I just asked you? Thanks to X and Rumble, yes, and Truth. I think the gas issue is more to do with the global conflict. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Has nothing to do with global conflicts. Directly affected by Biden's policies or Biden's cancellation of Trump policies. Gas got higher before any wars, as soon as Biden took office. Glad you like a dictator wannabe who did a coup. No, I just like more money in my pocket, right? And I like the government out of our lives. The smaller the government, the better the private industry does. The better in general, the better everyone does, because you let the free markets roam. Free market economy creates higher quality products at a faster pace. Give anything to the government and tell government to do something, they're going to do it for more money, more expensive, and it'll be done with shit quality. Drill, baby, drill. Beautiful. So you have two choices here. You have big government, camel toe, or you have small government, Papa Trump, right? And what you want is the government out of your way. You want the states to make decisions for its people instead of the federal government. You want decisions to be made on a local level, right? Because they directly affect you. You don't want somebody in Washington making the decision for the entire country. And that's what you would get with camel toe. Trump wrote the Obama economy? No, he canceled the Obama economy and redid the socialist policies that he had, like Obamacare. Let's just be honest. Look at the economy under Trump and look at the economy. It's very simple. Look at the tax code under Trump. Look at the tax code under the Democrats. It's very simple. It's not that hard. Just you look at it. Numbers are numbers. Numbers don't lie, right? The only thing that lies is the new formula for unemployment that they started using when Biden came in. He was like, no, we're going to use a different formula to make our numbers look better. If you do state the Republican state will ban abortion, burn the books like Florida, it should be left. I don't care what they do, as long as it's not the federal government deciding it, but it's decided on a local level, right? The states need to have that, right? Once again, you don't want someone from across the country. It just doesn't make sense from someone across the country making a decision for you at the local level. Sleepy keeps saying we created 16 million jobs. Well, yeah, if you redo the formula, if you stop counting chronically unemployed, right, which they didn't under Trump, it's just look at the numbers we're doing better than Trump. Even okay. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care to argue. I don't care to argue. I know I personally was doing better under Trump. I know under Papa Trump, mean tweets were gold mines for our industry, right? Trump was a gold mine for Forex in general, for the markets, because the markets always moved. There was always volume in the markets. Number one. Number two, I paid less taxes and kept more of my money in my pocket. I didn't have the government tell me, hey, we're going to take your taxes and spend it however we want to spend it. No, they left it in my pocket. And then I decided how I wanted to spend it, not the government. That's all I care about. I also care about the fact that there was no wars under Trump. Now the entire world is fucking breaking out in wars under Vegetable Biden. There's no president in the last 40 years that didn't start or wasn't involved in a conflict outside of Trump. Very simple. Very simple. Right? But for us here in Forex, right? Because we are all over the world. Right? We are worldwide when it comes to trading. For us, Trump would be incredible. He is a gold mine for the industry. He needs to be protected at all costs for this industry. Aldo, I get it. You don't like Orange Man. I don't care that you don't like him. I like him. So let's agree to disagree. Okay? Because, right, I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. So let's just agree to disagree. I just care that you make money here trading. And that I make money here trading. A lot of traders got profitable under Trump. Yeah. Yeah. Entered on the 15 wick fill. Where? There's no wick fill. There's no wick fill just yet. It's gonna have to flip here to fill the wick, and it hasn't done so in this last 15 minutes. It's just only come down, right? Once it flips, fine. But once it flips, you have 3 minutes here right now to the end, to the close of the candle. So I wouldn't say you're wrong, right? But I would say pay attention to the closure here. You want to hold this area. If you do break that area, I also want to say you might not be wrong just yet either, right? Because the closure back in range here is not the fake out, right? The fake out is when you close back in range here and then close back up above. That's a fake out, right? Because you're closing back in range. You're like, all right, we're going to come down. Then it closes back above. That's your continued drive up. Where all of a sudden hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin are cool for COVID. Fauci! Where's Fauci? Zelensky will be sent to sniff Colombian socks. Zelensky is the Churchill of our times. Remember that. Churchill was the first and only initial resistance to the Nazis. The voice against the Nazis. That's what Zelensky is. He's a voice against fascism. Zelensky's a comedian? Yeah, he's a comedian that played a president on TV. He played a president in movies. I mean, in a show. And then when he left that, he became the actual president. How crazy is that? He played the president on TV, left acting when they had a whole, like, you know, regime change, and he became the president. It's kind of wild how it happened. Oh, that 15 coming to a flip. 15 coming to a flip. Let me act like profitable trader on YouTube so I can actually become one. Hey, get there however you want. Get there however you want, as long as you become profitable. Right? Do your thing, boo-boo. Yeah, what kind of dog is that, Nick? Is that a dog? Oh, what up, Pooch? Little hot dog. Fake it to make it. Do it. Do it. I know plenty of people that have done that. Not in this industry. It's really hard to fake it till you make it in this industry. But there's plenty of people, plenty of marketers and podcast hosts and owners of brokers that still aren't profitable. That couldn't become profitable. Bro, you know nothing about trading, real trading, and your mother's a man. I don't complain about that. You're over here complaining. It's cool. It's cool. So the 15 closed bearish. We got that hourly closure, steep top wick. You need a bottom wick here first. If it's filling the wick, it's no bueno. All right, so I think everybody got scammed here today for 14 pips on stream, right? Signal channel got scammed for an extra 30 on top of that, right? Signal channel got scammed today for 40 something pips. Appreciate all my scam targets for coming through here and getting scammed. Like handle on 15. No, it's bearish. If it was bullish and looked like this, that's a like handle. Scammer. Congratulations to everybody that got scammed today. Best scam ever. Chat, I'm going to be back on Monday. No, I'm sorry, on Tuesday. I'm going to call it a session here. I'll be back on Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern, and we'll run an Asian session private live stream for everyone in the Signal channel. All right. So if you're part of the Signals, show up on Sunday, 8 p.m. Should be fun. Just a wind down session, right? Just relax. We'll watch the weekly market open, but it's a wind down session because New York will be closed the next day. So we'll take it easy. We'll look at it. We see some clear opportunities. We'll take them. Yep. Gang, appreciate the discussion. I appreciate the back and forth. I like the difference of opinion. I like that not everyone's just blindly following what other people are saying, right? If you have your opinions, voice them, right? We can have, intelligent discussions. It's fun. Discussions are fun when we can both be intellectually honest and have our points, and we don't have to argue or yell or scream or just, or hate each other, right? We can have a difference of opinion, but we are all here to do one thing, and that's get our asses out of poverty, right? Everybody wants to get out of poverty and get as far away from it as possible. And I think you're on your way. As long as you're doing this day in and day out, you're getting your W's, you're learning something. Yeah, like it doesn't. We all have difference of opinion. We have different opinions on different things, but our overall goal here on the charts is the same. To improve our situations and our family's situations every single day. All right, there's no competition here. I say this all the time. I'll mention it. I haven't said it in a while, but we're not competing with anyone. The grind is not against anyone else. The only hustle here is against poverty. That's it. We're not trying to be better than any other trader. All right, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday, Signal Channel. I'll see you guys on Sunday, Zoom Gang. I'll see you guys on the Clubhouse side. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream, as always. As for me, you guys know the deal. My headset went off. So, as I was saying, you guys know the deal. I'm going to call it a session here, and let's get our outro going. And just like that, gang, another New York session, another week, all right, is in the books. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Stay safe. I'll see you next week. Later, later, later.